Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Since the Midgie era, as I like to call it, I've been hooked along with the ride. And I'm not a huge fan of dark animation era. And the episodes are kind of weird. From Big World Big Adventures era. And so and the only reason why I watch it is because new characters. But out of all the episodes from the Thompson Friends franchise, I would have to say the Midget era would be my favorite. I know many people would disagree with me. The Model series is better, but I haven't been a huge fan of the Model series. I do like watching some of the episodes from it, but not really that much. I'm more of a CGI guy. You know what I mean. Unfortunately, my parents never bothered to buy me any Thomas merch. It was until one fateful day I got 2 Thomas minis. Unfortunately, somehow, amazingly, I got the same thing. 2 Space Spencers. I renamed them as Zoom and Boom. Zoom and Boom were my first Thomas merchandise. Actually, they weren't. They were my second pieces. Now, this one was my first. Now, he's a pullback Thomas. I can show you how he works. Oh, there's my other Thomas. It can go on for hours. If it wants to. This was my first piece of Thomas merchandise because my parents bought for me when I was a little kid. I don't remember when or what packaging it was. Originally, as soon as I couldn't find any made from China or any licensing, I thought it was a knockoff. But then I saw the bottom. It says 2009 made in China. That only means one thing. This is a licensed Thomas toy. Now, my parents just got it for me. They didn't know what it was. They just gave it to me. And I honestly accepted it. I played with it. Had fun with it. And then one day, I also got a James toy. I loved it. It had moving eyes, which is accurate to the original series. But, unfortunately, I lost it. And I couldn't bring it back for this video. So, I don't know where it comes from, what packaging it goes with, but yeah. So James was my second piece of Thomas merchandise. This is my first, James was my second. We'll just use this guy. James was my second. This guy was the third. You see, I had some person gave me, which I'm not going to give the name of, gave me a 4-wheel Thomas set with these big pieces. I had so much fun with it. And yeah. But after a while, I soon got bored with Thomas, and I lost all my Thomas things, so Thomas was hitting the bucket. I was in a time, around that time, I was in cartoon shows. So, yeah. And by that time, I was afraid to watch Fireman Sam and Postman Pat. And Roy the racing car. Anyways. Now you already know about my Thomas Minis, but I'll tell you what it was. I renamed them Spencer, so yeah. I renamed them Zoom and Boom. This one's Boom, this one's Boom. So, I got them from Walmart as Thomas Minis gifts. I would call them the wheel versions of my Lego engines, which are wheelless. But after that era, I forgot about Thomas. Around that time, I just was watching the episodes, nothing more, nothing less. But also, got in a bag of trains, which included this guy, and that guy, who were all included. The rest of the guys were made from scratch. So anyways, they included 2 Murdochs, which I found weird that they had bogies until I realized what they were for, to go around turns. I painted one of my Murdochs to be green because here's how it's happening. However, I do not like any of you interfering with my plan. This engine has run away. And so, what color would you like to be painted? Green, sir. And that's how he got his green coat. The only reason why I did this was, well, I had a spare, so I just used it. This one has a matte feel to it because it was painted. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to click on the stop button, but thankfully it didn't. So I got 2 Murdochs. I think it includes some take and play items, but I don't know where they are. Anyways, I didn't really care for them. I would if right now, but anyways, continue going on. Over around in 2022, we went to a thrift store, and we were shopping. They had great amounts of cars, cool stuff, amazing, just amazing. But I happened to stumble upon some Thomas squishies. I'd never seen them in my stores, and I just said, since I barely had any Thomases, I might as well buy it. And so I did. Until they started leaking, and I forgot about them and just left them in the bag that came. Until I just poked holes in their bottoms, that way they won't be leaking. But since then, I always had the idea of making toys. My parents won't buy me the engines, so I decided to make them myself. And let's just say my Edward and Henry were terrible. I just used paper. Didn't use any cardboard. And that's why they were lasky. I could have just used the same model as I did for Edward, but hey, I was a newbie for modeling, and I just went with a flat piece of clay. No, it wasn't. It might not have been the best decision, but hey, it works, and I'm happy with them. And since then, I've been growing a Thomas collection on my desk. They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. that collection is what you see today. Sure, it's not the biggest collection, and definitely it's not the smallest. And I also believe that Sam, Logan, and Dustin were actually characters from the Thomas Friends series, but until I realized they were only exclusive stories to a book. Which is kind of a shame. I kind of wish they had actually had. I kind of wish that they did. And I've been looking all over the internet until I realized, oh no. Yeah, it took a lot for me to take time to realize that they didn't have any voice actors, but hey. I might build Logan and Sam and Dustin. You never know. And that collection is what you see today. It is fun. This one was made by my mother. This one was used making a building block. Taped on a face. Thomas and his friends. This one includes a claw and Paxton and D7 and the D0740. And Sam Can. Anyways, don't worry. The cars are always coming back. And get ready. HWCCs will have a good episode. Next episode. Bye!